As we get older, it's surprising how the things we once never thought about suddenly start to matter so much. Something as simple as walking across the kitchen floor, stepping off a curb, or even turning too quickly can make us pause in ways we never did before. And you know what? That's not weakness, it's wisdom. It's your body reminding you to move with awareness because you understand the value of staying safe, steady, and independent. Every step matters more now, not just because it gets you from one place to another, but because it gives you freedom. In this video, we're going to talk about 7 simple walking habits that can help you feel more steady, more balanced, and more confident with every step. Before we start, I'd love to know, where are you watching from? Drop your city or state in the comments, and if you already have a walking tip or little trick that helps you stay steady, share it too. Your advice might be the encouragement someone else needs today. Point 1. Head position awareness. One of the most common things I notice when talking with seniors about walking is how often people look down at their feet. It feels natural, doesn't it? You want to see where you're stepping, especially if you're worried about tripping on a rug, catching a cord, or missing a crack in the sidewalk. Looking down feels like the safe choice. But here's the truth, when your head tilts down all the time, it quietly changes your whole posture, and not in a good way. Your shoulders start to round forward, your back leans, and before you know it, your balance is shifting in a way that makes you less steady instead of more. Think of your head like the steering wheel of your body. Wherever it points, the rest of you tends to follow. If it's angled down most of the time, your center of gravity drifts forward too. That makes your steps feel heavier and your reactions slower. And sometimes, it even makes it harder to notice what's right in front of you. So, by trying to be careful, you can actually be putting yourself at more risk without realizing it. The good news is, you don't have to force your head back or walk around ignoring the ground. There's a simple method called the 20-of-80 rule. It just means this: keep your head and eyes forward about 80% of the time, and glance down only about 20%. That way, you're still checking your steps, but you're not collapsing your posture. A good trick is to focus your eyes 10 to 15 feet ahead of you instead of staring at your shoes. Keep your chin up, let your shoulders relax, and notice how your breathing feels easier when you do this. By keeping your head up, you'll feel taller, steadier, and more in control of your steps, whether you're walking through your living room, down the hallway, or out in your neighborhood. Point 2. Arm swing rhythm. Now let's talk about something you might not even think about when you're walking: your arms. Most of us assume walking is all about the legs, but your arms are like built-in stabilizers that keep your body balanced. From the time you were a child, your body learned a natural rhythm. When your right leg moves forward, your left arm swings forward, and then it switches. This simple pattern has been helping you stay steady your whole life, but as we get older, that rhythm can fade. Sometimes it's because of stiff shoulders. Other times, it's because you're always holding something in your hands: a bag, a cane, maybe even the railing for support. And often, it's fear. When you're afraid of falling, your body naturally tenses up. Your steps get shorter, your movements more rigid, and you stop letting your arms swing at all. The problem is, that stiffness actually makes your balance worse. Instead of protecting you, it throws you off. The solution is gentle and simple: allow your arms to move. You don't need big swings or exaggerated movements, just a relaxed, natural rhythm. Keep your elbows soft, and let your hands move slightly in line with your steps. If one arm feels stiffer than the other, focus on the arm that moves more freely. Even swinging just one arm can help restore balance to your whole body. If you want to practice, try marching slowly in place while standing near a sturdy chair or kitchen counter. Count your steps: 1, 2, 1, 2, and let your arms follow. It's not about speed, it's about connection, reminding your body that your upper half and lower half work together. You'll notice that when your arms move, your steps feel lighter, smoother, and more confident. Point 3. Heel-toe landing. Another habit that often changes with age is the way our feet hit the ground. Many older adults, without even realizing it, start putting their whole foot down flat at once, or sometimes they land toe first. At first, this might feel like you're being extra careful, like you're planting your feet solidly so you won't trip. But in reality, walking this way actually makes balance harder and increases your risk of stumbling. Your body was designed to move with a natural rolling motion. The heel touches the ground first, then the middle of the foot, and finally you push off with your toes. This heel-to-toe pattern keeps everything aligned. It helps your body absorb shock, makes your stride smoother, and activates the muscles in your legs the way they're supposed to. When you skip that heel-first step, your motion becomes choppy. Your steps get shorter, your muscles don't fire properly, and you're more likely to catch your toe on a rug, crack, or even a smooth floor. Over time, this can also put extra strain on your knees and hips, leaving you sore and less steady. The good news is you can retrain yourself to walk the way your body was meant to. Try practicing in a safe, flat area of your home like a hallway or living room. As you walk, focus on letting your heel touch down first, then gently rolling through to your toes. Take it slow, there's no need for long strides or quick steps. Small, steady steps are perfect. If you'd like extra feedback, walk barefoot across a towel or a rug. You'll feel the difference as your heel makes contact and your foot naturally rolls forward. With practice, your steps will feel stronger, smoother, and more controlled, one of the best ways to walk with confidence again. Point 4. The power of small steps. One of the simplest but most powerful changes you can make in the way you walk is to take smaller steps. It might sound almost too basic to matter, but stride length plays a big role in how steady you feel. Many of us grew up walking with long, confident strides. It felt efficient and strong. But as the years go by, those bigger steps can start working against us without us realizing it. Here's why: when you take a long step, your foot lands far out in front of your body. That shifts your weight backward, pulling your center of gravity away from where it should be. If the floor is slippery, if you need to turn quickly, or if there's a small crack in the sidewalk, that extra distance makes it harder for your body to react in time. It only takes one surprise to throw you off balance. With smaller steps, though, your weight stays centered over your body. You have more control, quicker reactions, and a steadier base. There's another benefit too. When your steps are smaller, you're more likely to lift your feet properly instead of dragging them. That alone reduces the risk of catching a toe on a rug, cord, or uneven floor. And if you use a cane or walker, short steps help you move in sync with it, instead of overstretching and pulling yourself off balance. Here's something you can try today. Walk across a room and count how many steps you take in 10 seconds. Then do it again, this time focusing on taking slightly smaller, quicker steps. If your number goes up, that's a sign your stride is shorter and safer. Remember, it's not about rushing. It's about control. Point 5. Core strength is balance strength. When most people think about balance, the first thing that comes to mind is their legs. After all, it's the legs that are doing the stepping, right? But the truth is, the real engine of your balance lives in the middle of your body, your core. And no, I don't mean six-pack abs or the kind of exercises you see young people doing at the gym. For older adults, core strength simply means having enough support in your stomach, back, and hips to keep your body upright and steady with every movement. Here's why it matters. When your core is strong, your posture improves naturally. You stand taller without slumping forward, your turns feel smoother, and you don't get that wobbly feeling when you stand up or change direction. But when your core weakens, which often happens from years of sitting more and moving less, you start relying on furniture, walls, or even other people to feel steady. That can quietly chip away at your confidence. The good news is, building core strength doesn't require fancy equipment or hours of exercise. In fact, you can do it right in your own home while going about your daily routine. For example, try this: stand near a sturdy chair or counter, lift one foot just an inch off the floor, and hold it for 5 seconds. Then switch to the other foot. You'll feel your stomach muscles and hips engage as they work to keep you balanced. Another easy one, when you're brushing your teeth or washing dishes, gently pull your belly in, not a hard suck, just enough to feel a little tightening, and hold it for a few seconds. Nobody will even know you're doing it, but your body will benefit. Point 6. Awareness of floor patterns and transitions. One thing many people overlook when it comes to walking safely isn't the big obstacles like clutter or stairs, it's the small, quiet changes in the floor beneath your feet. A soft carpet leading into a smooth tile. A glossy wood floor that looks dry but has just been mopped. Walking from bright sunlight into a dim hallway. These little transitions can feel like nothing when you're younger, but as we age, they can catch us off guard. And the reason is simple, our depth perception and reaction time naturally slow down just a little. It doesn't mean anything is wrong, it just means our brains take an extra moment to process what our eyes are seeing. That tiny delay is enough to throw balance off. Think about it, how many times have you stepped from one surface to another and felt a little wobble? Or maybe you've been surprised by a shiny floor that looked flat but felt slippery under your shoes. The trick is learning to give your body and mind a head start. One easy method is to quietly name the surface as you walk. For example, when you step onto a rug, just think rug. When you're about to go down a step, say step down. If you're moving into the kitchen, think tile. It may sound too simple to matter, but this small habit tells your brain to prepare, giving you just enough time to adjust. Another tip, pause for a second when walking from a bright area into a darker room. That single moment allows your eyes to catch up so you don't misjudge the floor. And if you wear bifocals, be especially mindful on stairs or curbs, since looking down through the lens can distort depth. Take your time, reset your focus, and then move forward. Point 7. The role of footwear. When it comes to balance, one of the most overlooked factors is what's on your feet. Shoes can either be your best support system or the very thing that puts you at risk. Many older adults choose footwear based on comfort, which makes sense, you want something soft and easy to slip on. But comfort alone isn't enough. Shoes that are too loose, too worn down, or too slippery can quietly make walking more dangerous than it needs to be. Think about slippers, for example. They feel cozy, but most of them don't stay securely on your feet. A loose heel or open back means your shoe can slide around just when you need stability the most. Or consider old sneakers with smooth soles. The tread may be completely worn down, making it easy to slip on tile, wood, or even a freshly cleaned floor. And while walking barefoot or in socks might feel nice, it actually increases your chance of slipping, especially on shiny or polished surfaces. The good news is, the right shoes can make a big difference. Look for ones with firm, supportive soles that don't bend too much in the middle. Make sure the bottoms have non-slip tread or grip, and choose styles that fully enclose your heel and toes. Shoes with Velcro straps or easy laces are especially helpful if bending down is tough. And the best part? You don't have to spend a fortune. There are many affordable walking shoes designed specifically with seniors in mind, lightweight, supportive, and comfortable enough for everyday use. Here's a little exercise you can try today. Take a look at the shoes you wear most often. Are the soles smooth? Do they slide on certain floors? Do they feel loose or unstable? If so, it may be time to replace them, not just for comfort, but for your safety and peace of mind. With the right footwear, every step feels more grounded, steady, and secure. Now that we've gone through all these habits together, I want you to take a step back and think about something important. Walking is one of the most natural, everyday things we do, but as we age, it also becomes one of the most powerful ways to protect our independence. Every step you take is a chance to strengthen your body, to stay steady, and to remind yourself that you are still in control. And the best part? None of the changes we talked about today require anything fancy. You don't need a gym, you don't need equipment, and you don't even need to set aside big chunks of time. These are simple habits: lifting your head, letting your arms move, stepping heel to toe, keeping your stride smaller, building a stronger core, noticing the floor beneath you, and choosing the right shoes. Tiny shifts that, when added together, make a huge difference. So as you go about your day, try just one of these habits. Maybe it's keeping your head up more often, maybe it's taking smaller steps, or maybe it's checking your shoes. Over time, those little changes will stack up, and you'll notice yourself walking not just with safety, but with a sense of freedom again. Be kind to your body, trust your steps, and remember, you're not slowing down. You're moving forward with awareness and strength.